period like after that win? Have you guys turned the page yet? I'm sure that was a win worth celebrating for at least a few minutes.
Yes, absolutely. It was excellent. It was really exciting. A lot of people, dedicated the season for different reasons. For us, it was a bit emotional. My husband's brother had passed away, and we had kind of dedicated the season to him. And I know that that Chris really poured his heart into this group, and we really wanted it for this group. But so that was a little bit emotional. The team lost in the couple games before. Gracie, our center back senior, tore ACL. And Gracie's just this wonderful, wonderful person that's really selfless, and everybody really loves her. So I know most of the girls wanted to win, not just for themselves, but selflessly for her. And so that was exciting. So those outside things were awesome. And then just being in the moment, trying to enjoy the moment. And I think when you get to the ripe old age of myself, you start to stop and think at those times and say, hey, I want to take this in and enjoy it. And I was able to do that. And what an opportunity, because it was in Orlando. So my family got to be there and got to share it with a lot of people that mean the world to me. So I really enjoyed it.
Winning the conference, you said, I talked to you yesterday, first time in 10 years that you didn't have to be on the edge of your seat. I mean, just talk about how nice that was to sit back and see everybody just enjoying the moment.
I mean, it's been the last 8 years that we have either been in the conference tournament or we're that bubble team, but without the automatic bid, you can feel 100% sure that you are in that tournament until you see your name, you're just on, the edge of your seat. And it's not a fun feeling. It's anticipation, maybe excitement, but not really. It's just really mostly stress. So yesterday was so fun. You knew your name was going to come. You just got to sit there and enjoy it and wait to see who your opponent was. So it was really just a relief and really enjoyable.
Or was there, probably not stress, but any doubt about that you get to host? I'm sure you guys really wanted to host a game.
We did. Yeah, I felt for sure that we would, especially with the new, the first game is just one game. So I knew that half the table was getting a home game. I felt really confident that we were going to get that. I actually would say I was 100% sure we were getting Gulf Coast as well. You play it over your head, who's going to get what. You can't, every head coach does it. We might not all admit it, but you can't sleep, and you're just thinking about, who you're going to get. And, I knew, we're getting Gulf Coast, definitely. And boom, that's what happened.
You get to host too because you have such a good season, so much production. It seems like every game there's somebody else scoring a goal or somebody else stepping up on the defensive end.
Yeah.
How nice is it to have a whole team that really contributes? You're not relying on one or two people. It's a lot.
Oh, Tom, I'm so glad you noticed that, and it's something that is evident. That's exciting for me as a coach to hear you say, because it does feel that way. Obviously. You have your go-to players that are really consistent, but it's really a team effort, and everybody is contributing and scoring. And we kind of joke with a couple of the girls that haven't gotten it in yet, just when's it going to come, So it is a group effort. It is a really selfless group. Again, just when you look at just the accolades, we didn't have a ton, but I think part of that is you don't play us and just pinpoint one or two kids that have played well. It's a good team effort, and we typically use the whole field, and we're a good building team. And obviously Kat in goal has done a great job, and Evelyn is scoring a bunch of goals, and you have Andrea Hochstadter in the middle of the field with some incredible feet, and those three have been a real nice spine for us. But in saying that, every girl on our team has stepped up, and we use probably more players than most, I would think, going this deep into the season. So that's a real nice opportunity for us.
One player in my book that's a star already, I knew about her in high school, Cheyenne. Man, oh man, she came through. The whole defense came through, obviously.
Yeah.
Discuss kind of how that went down, because it seems like you guys were really willing, led by her, to play physical against them, not be intimidated, because a lot of people will be by them.
It's funny because her and Bernie are a great pair. It's a freshman and sophomore, isn't that incredible? And they just play really well together. But recently, as the games have been going on, they're starting to really get their targets in their back pocket. The 9 for the other team, whoever it is. there's different ways to play that position and how to manage their forwards. And I just feel like the last couple games, it's gotten better and better. They've taken ownership of their responsibility. It isn't, you know, like you take her or you take her, and they're not like getting rid of that responsibility. They're like owning it, and they did that against UCF, and that's the reason that we were able to have, you know, they didn't really get any clean looks on the goal. And I think it was that shared responsibility between Dennis and Bernie. And you're right. I mean, she's a freshman. She's an incredible freshman. She is, like 5'9", strong, fast, uses both feet. And then she's super laid back. You could have 4 players running at her, and she's just going to be, like, completely chill. And she's hilarious off the field. I mean, we make fun of her so much for fun because she is just the best sport. So I feel really lucky to have that kind of personality on our team. She makes us better on and off the field.
Could go to PKs, you know, again.
Yes.
I know you don't want that to be prepared for it.
Oh, 100%. I mean, now Gulf Coast knows the direction of each of my shooters. So clearly you got to prepare for that, you know. Your girls have to be willing now to diversify their game and have the courage to do that. And we actually have been preparing for that in advance. So, you know, we had more than just 5 shooters, which was nice. I felt really good about our top 10. So we can diversify the list. We can change the way they shoot. And 100% will be prepared for that. You know, we're not counting on anything. Gulf Coast is a great team, and they have a great record. And it's going to be a battle, and we're going to be up for the task. But we will prepare for every situation.
2 years ago when you saw FGCU in the NCAA tournament, they were led by Tabby Tyndall, what she was able to do for that squad. What is this FGCU squad? What do they do either the same or different preparing for this upcoming matchup?
I mean, that was a tough match. I don't know that I'm over it. 2 PKs in like 10 minutes. I still want to have the referee investigated, but you know, they're a good team, and I take nothing away from that victory for them. And Tabby drew both those fouls. I'd say I'm glad she's not on the team right now. But they're not different. I mean, Jim Blankenship, we're friends. He's been there forever. He doesn't change. So I would say it's easy to prepare for them because it's the same team that they were 2 years ago, which is the same team he was 5 years ago. And I don't mean that in a negative way, in a positive way. What he does well. His group does it very, very well, and they do it all season, and they perfect it, and now they're down the stretch, and they know how to use what they're good at. So we just have to, you know, be prepared for that. Again, it's easy to know what they're going to do, but stopping it, that's a completely different story. So I have a lot of respect for Jim and his program. And again, I'm pretty excited that it's 2 Florida teams going at it. I think Corbett's going to be packed. I know everybody here is coming to the game, so that's going to be great. So this counts for like 100. So we only need a couple more to go.
Have you gotten a response? I mean, it's early. It's Monday, now we're on Tuesday, but have you gotten a response from people like, wow, this is pretty cool that you guys are at home?
Oh, yeah, really. Jim had already kind of told me, Jim Fee, that he suspected it would be Saturday at 1. So I started telling people right away. It's 1 o'clock Saturday, so I had a lot of great response. And, you know, I have 12-year-old twins, so just being involved in the youth game is nice. Just getting a lot of the young up-and-coming stars out to the game, I think that'll be really fun. And then I know that the marketing team is doing a lot to get the USF student body there. And our entire athletic department is really committed to coming, the different teams, so that's great. It's a really great university to be a part of. I feel really blessed, and I think we're going to feel very loved on the day.